Afternoon all, well just. It's the 17th, Sunday the 17th of October. I'm just out, just spending an hour out, well hopefully an hour. I want to be home before it's dark. It's about 20 to 5. The sun hasn't got far to go for its sets. It's actually quite, for an October, it's quite a nice evening. I wish I'd come out earlier, but things happened. Stayed indoors. Just playing. I've started off on 80 metres today. I've isolated the antenna from ground by using a fiberglass mast. It's the top two sections of a MFJ telescopic mast I've got, and I'm just relying on the counterpoise. And as it is, without the tuner in, it's about on 80 metres, about 1.5. It's about a 60-foot counterpoise. Obviously, I'm going to have to change that when I go up onto the higher bands. I did try it out on 60 and 40 metres, and it is a bit too far out. So I'll put a shorter counterpoise on for those bands. So those are the bands. Hopefully, I'll be trying this afternoon. And see what contacts I can make. Later on I shall change that counterpoise over to something half the size, for about 30 foot. Right, back in a mo. Just before I get going on the radio, I'll do a panorama of the park in the late Sunday sunshine. Hello. Sorry. Don't worry. I like people with my videos. Sitting on the bench. It's a really pleasant park, this one. I'm glad I've got it as one of my locals. Great place to play radio as well. Yeah, let's get on with the reason why I came out here, and that was to play with my radios, see what I can work. Well, I've given up on 80 metres. The band's still quite quiet. Just one of those things. So I've just quickly swapped the counterpoise over and put the one for 60 and 40 on. Just turn the volume down. So I have a quick go on 60 metres, then move on up to 40. Yeah, Golf 7, Charlie, Radio, Quebec, Portable.
Romeo, Quebec, stroke portable, over.
Yes, Golf 7, Charlie, Romeo, Quebec, Charlie, Romeo, Quebec, portable.
Golf 7, Charlie, Romeo, Quebec, stroke portable. This is Mike Romeo Echo 11. You are weak but readable. Our locator is India Oscar 81 Juliet Sierra. I repeat, India Oscar 81 Juliet Sierra. Over.
Okay, Mike Romeo Echo 11. This is Golf 7, Charlie Romeo Quebec Portal. Okay, you're a Signal 9, Radio 5, and a locator is India Oscar 9191 Whiskey India. Over.
Golf 7, Charlie Romeo Quebec portable. Yes, I got that as India Oscar 91 Whiskey India. That is all received. Loud clear for you. We are running a Yaesu FT857 with 100 watts into a horizontal loop antenna. Over.
Okay, this is Golf 7, Charlie Romeo Quebec return. Okay, well, I'm using a Lab 559 Discovery 500 with 10 watts, 10 watts into a quarter-wave whip, and a quarter-wave ground plane counterpoise from Golf 7, Charlie Romeo Quebec portable.
Golf 7, Charlie Romeo Quebec portable, all received, doing well with the whip and the 10 watts. Nice to get a QRP signal, excellent, that is really nice. Yep, L registered, logged in now, that's what I was just waiting for. Okay then, so Golf 7 Charlie, Romeo Quebec portable, this is Mike Romeo Echo 11, we go 73s and out.
Yeah, okay, thanks for the QSO. 7-3s from Golf 7 Charlie Radio Quebec portable. That's interesting. Never worked a blue ham station before. Well, let's crack on and see what else we can work. I haven't sussed out where the notch fault is on this radio, so you'll have to bear with me on this one. I've never done any of this blue ham before, so I'm not going to get this right.
Mike Mike Zero Tango Sierra Sierra. This is Mike Romeo Echo 32. Roger.
So good readable is the same as Radio 5, I guess.
Alpha Charlie. This is Mike Romeo Echo 32. Over.
Golf 7, Charlie Radio Quebec portable. It's Golf 7, Charlie Radio Quebec, Charlie Radio Quebec portable.
Unknown station, this is Mike Romeo Echo 32.
Nah.
Very weak, unreadable, very weak, unreadable.
I'm dealing with that noise there. Someone's left an open carrier up. Okay, well, he's somewhere up in Scotland somewhere. Someone doesn't know how to use their radio equipment and just left their desk mic switched on.
Alpha Charlie.
Right, I'm back up on 40 metres now. While we lose the light, I'll show you the aerial system with their new mount. And there's the telescopic whip.
Golf Whiskey 0, India X-ray Mike 0, Juliet Victor Bravo, 73 zone.
Mike 0, so I don't forget it. I'm going to give him a quick call before I move on anywhere else.
No problem, I think you're in key there a wee bit sharp. I missed the very end, 73 zone, QR red.
Yeah, Golf 7, Charlie Radio Quebec portable, G7 CRQ portable.
Yeah, go again. I can't pick anybody out. There's a few out there. Mike 0, Juliet Victor Bravo, CQ40 and listening.
Yeah, Golf 7, Charlie Radio Quebec portable.
Yeah, Golf 7 station.
Yeah, hi there. Mike 0, Juliet Victor Bravo. This is Golf 7, Charlie Radio Quebec, Charlie Radio Quebec portable.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, you're sounding okay. Coming right over the top of everybody, Adam, at the moment. There's a few out there calling. You're 5 and 9, Adam, over.
Yeah, hi there. Well, that's good to know. I'm just trying out a slightly different operating system today. I've isolated my aerial from the ground and just relying on the counterpoise, just using my a loading coil into a 17-foot telescopic whip with a about a 33-foot counterpoise, and seems to be working okay. I'm just sitting in the usual parking car shorten with the aerial lashed up against a park bench from Golf 7 Charlie Romeo Quebec Portable.
Yeah, Adam, you're almost a solid 9. I've got the AGC running on slow, and it's pinning me on the 9, so it's certainly working today, mate. Over.
Yeah, I know it's always the time of day as well, probably, but yeah, well, you learn through your experiments. I mean, this is just my small portable setup. I've got some other bigger aerials I can take out, but I just thought I'd come out at the end of the day. I just worked some blue ham stations on 60 metres, and before I go home, I thought I'd have a little bit of a play. Or before I go home via the Chinese takeaway, I thought I'd have a go on 40 metres from Golf 7 Charlie Romeo Quebec Portable.
Yeah, QSL. Well, that's what it's about, having fun, trying different things, mate. I'm a wee bit lazier than yourself, and if I want to play radio, I like to be sitting here comfortable in the house, in the shack, rather than outside somewhere. But we've got slightly different weather up here, Adam. Sometimes it's not doable to go out and play radio up here. Okay, Adam, there was more than yourself out there calling, and I don't want to leave everybody hanging about. 5 and 9 in the log today, Adam. Antenna's working well, mate. G7CRQ MM0JVB.
Yeah, MM0JVB from Golf 7 Charlie Romeo Quebec. Well, it's only the fault of going home via the Chinese takeaway which got me out. Otherwise, I'd be sitting at home with my feet up with a cup of tea. All right, nice to work you. I'll talk to you in the near future. It's Golf 7 Charlie Romeo Quebec Portable.
Yeah, 73's Adam. The Papa Delta station.
Oh, that's working okay.
The Papa station calling.
Right, we're starting to lose the light now. I've never used this camera or this phone in low light before. It's actually darker than it actually looks on the camera. That's quite impressive. Anyway, I'm literally losing the light at the moment. I'm quite pleased how that's worked. I've an interesting difference using a different mount, a fiberglass mount, compared to the metal rod I was using, isolating the aerial from ground. It's I think on the lower bands it shouldn't really make that much difference, but up on the higher bands it should do. Couldn't really tell the difference on 80, 60 and 40 metres. It is performing as it would normally do. But obviously on the upper bands I left it too late really to try out, but it's receiving okay, tunes in okay. I've changed the counterpoise. Obviously the loading coil's gone off. I'm on 20 metres and above now, and that's the part of the homebrew counterpoise fan type thing I've made up, which seems to work okay. I better get this lot all packed up before it gets totally pitch black, because I should have bought a better lantern. I mind doing a bit of nighttime operating, but it's the wrong time of year. It's getting a bit cold. Anyway, I'm gassing. I'm going to pack up and I'll talk to you when I've finished packing up. Just a handy tip while I'm telescoping the whip down. If you get one of these MF, a few of the companies make them now, Chameleon, MFJ, Buddy Pole, some of the others might make them. Careful where you unscrew the aerial, because sometimes that bottom part of the telescopic whip which goes into there can come loose, and it's basically knackered the aerial. So if you're going to unscrew the aerial from the base, only do it up gently. But when you go to unscrew it from the 3/8 mount, unscrew it with this chrome bit or at the bottom and not there, because if you've done it up too tight, which you don't want to do up too tight, you might end up dismantling those two. That basically comes out, unscrews from the base bit it's seated in. Just a caution if you decide to get one of these 17-foot telescopic whips. Another thing I do to protect the 3/8 mount on that or the 3/8 thread, is I've got another, it's part of another MFJ antenna mount, which is surplus. I just put that, screw that on. It's hard to do this. I need both my hands to do this really, but you just screw that on, and that will protect the thread. Because last thing you want to do, they're not exactly cheap, these whips, they're about 60 odd quid, is thread it. I mean, can't have loads of tips today. Ignore me. Ooh, should have put my glasses on. Wonder if you can see the moon up there. Yep, as you see, I am literally running out of daylight now. I've all packed up, getting ready to go home, get some food. It's a shame we got this radio so late in the year. It would have been great to get that TX500 sort of like right at the beginning of the summer. I could have had a right laugh out of that at night time. It is what it is. At least I've got it, and looking forward to next summer where I can literally stay out all night. This is a great park for doing it in. Anyway, I'm gonna crack off home. I've done what I wanted to do today, which is test out a different mounting system and some other bits and pieces. I didn't record all the contacts I had today, but I had some pretty interesting one. It was quite a good. I spent about half hour, 40 minutes on 60 metres and had some interesting QSOs. And ditto on 40 metres. If it wasn't getting so cold, because it's October, I'd stay out a lot longer. And that extra long counterpoise I used on 80 metres was great. I didn't really need to use the ATU, but I did. It was on, I think it was about 3.7. The VSWR was about 1.4. So I couldn't really grumble with that. I was planning to go out and get myself one of these, try to get myself like a buddy pole or buddy stick. That was something going through my mind, just for quick setting up. And then the idea of, say, one of these chameleon Empass lights came through my head as well. But they're really expensive aerials, and looking how well that telescopic whip's working. This is stuff I've already got. Looking how well that loading coil and telescopic whip works on most bands, or actually on all the bands, to be honest with you. I can't see the point. I have ordered one new aerial, and that's the one of the high-end fed 3-band aerials, which is one of the smaller ones to fit on. I've got one of the DX Commander 12-metre masts, and I haven't tried it out yet. I'm looking forward to bringing that to the park and trying it out with that high-end fed antenna. So I think when I get that high-end fed antenna, I only ordered it this morning, so it's probably going to take a couple of weeks to come through from Holland. I'll try that out for the first time, or the first time outing with that DX Commander 12-metre mast, which looks quite interesting. The end tip on that is really rigid, so unlike most roach poles which seem to flex at the top, this one shouldn't. So some interesting experiments coming up. Anyway, time to go home and have me dinner. See you all lot. I'll see you next time.